Hey, welcome back to my channel, Katiesbeenyarnified. I am Katie, and I have without a doubt been yarnified. Happy holidays. It just seems so weird to say. It is the holidays, like it is. I was gonna say I can't believe it's almost the holidays, but depending on what holiday you're celebrating, it is the holidays. The holidays are upon us. So, excuse me. I wanted to get a video up just to show you a few random things that I have here. I am going to be spending quite a bit of time over at my parents'. That's where my family that I have coming in town is going to be staying. So I will be over there. I am going to be bringing some projects and my wheel and stuff, but I'm not sure during the time that I do have family in town how much I'll be able to finish or get uploaded video-wise. So, let me just show you a couple things. I've got some yarn. I've got a couple of little random silly crochet things. I have got a pipe cleaner project to show you. And what else? Just a little knit thing and little yarn, stuff like that. So let's get into it. Let's start with the hand spun, right? The hand spun yarn. That's what we really want. So I have 3 yarns here to show you. Now, one of them, maybe 2 of them, but definitely one of them, I did show on the sit and spin, the last sit and spin that I did with, Crystal, from Crystal, the Yarny Chicken and Crazy Cat Lady. And that is this lovely, sparkly, sparkle. Look at all that sparkle. Oh, it's just, I love it. It is, this is the colorway Fairy Dust. It is a merino wool and stellina. I believe it's like a 70 wool, 30 stellina. So there's a lot of sparkle in here. It is chain plied. I would guess that this is about I would say a DK to a 4 weight. It is about 190 yards. So we have this, and then we have, so this is another NikkiSlipp fiber. That is the shop from Etsy that I get the wool nugget bags that I love so much. This turned out very much like a wool nugget bag yarn. This is a superwash, 100% superwash merino. Pixie Sticks is the name. It is approximately 265 yards. This is a double ply. But this is one of the, you pick 2, where you pick 2 different colorways and she puts it into a braid and you spin one braid on one bobbin, one on the other, and then ply them together. And the result is very similar to just the wool nugget bags, but I just wanted to take it out so you guys can see the colors, all of the different colors in there. So pretty. I just love how these turn out, and the fiber is just so beautiful and soft. I would say this is, you've definitely got some thinner strands and some thicker. I can never get them separated. They all just want it. So I would say you've got about as thin as oh Lord, Katie. So you've got about as thin as a 2, and then maybe up to like a 3 or a 4 if it's a little bit spun a little bit looser, applied a little bit looser in some spots, which that's partly why I've been enjoying chain plying so much, because I just feel like the ply is a little bit tighter, and I don't think it is. I think it's just that it ends up being like a 3 ply instead of a 2. Just with the way the chain ply works. So you have, obviously with more plies, they're going to be closer together when you spin them. Is that obvious to everybody but me? Okay, now, I feel so all over the place right now. So this next yarn, this Crystal, the Yarny Chicken and Crazy Cat Lady, Crystal, if you're watching this and you don't want to see your, other Christmas gift, then don't watch, because I'm showing the yarn that I spun for you. Now this is not soaked yet, and I kind of hate showing a yarn before it's been soaked, because it really does make a big difference, but it takes forever to dry and I wouldn't be able to show you otherwise. So this is the yarn that I spun for Crystal. See, it's just it poofs up so much nicer when it's soaked and dried, and I just feel like this still just has all the twisty things in it from being on the bobbin for a while. Now this is a self-striping yarn. This is chain plied. This is one of the rolags, like so Fellview Fibres on Etsy. This woman makes the most incredible rolags. I will show you an example of a rolag. These are also from her shop, where she blends the fiber on a drum carder, and then it's rolled up like a snail shell almost. Look at how beautiful. How beautiful is this? I just haven't seen any rolags that are as gorgeous as hers. And you spin it like that. I mean, I tend to kind of pull it, stretch it out a little bit, and then you spin it in this little tube form. So, but they're like pieces of art. They really are. And this one is very, very soft. And so that is how the fiber was that I spun. I struggled a little bit there. So this is made up of merino, baby llama, tussa silk, angelina or stellina, and nylon. There's just few little flecks of the sparkle of the stellina. It's not a ton, but it's definitely in there, but it's not enough that it's really showing up here on the video. But it's very soft. It's going to be very nice and soft even softer when it's soaked. But the silk in here made it a little bit, my hands cramped quite a bit, made it difficult for me to get the consistency that I wanted, because the silk, it kind of can clump up, and then it's so strong. It is such a strong fiber that in order to get it, stretched out and drafted once it's kind of clumped up can be a little bit difficult. I tend to stay away from it, so I don't have a ton of practice, but I really had been wanting to spin this for Crystal for quite some time, and I was just like, you know what? It's Christmas coming up, so we're doing it. So I did it. This may not be the best yarn that I've ever spun, but the fibers are absolutely lovely. And I hope that Crystal really enjoys it. I am so glad that she is a knitter, because I would say she would be able to get more out of it if she knitted it, but obviously she can do what she wants with it. I got about, so 207 meters, that's about 227 yards. And then I usually subtract about 10 yards from that, since it hasn't been soaked, or it shrinks a little bit when it dries. So I would say, to be on the safe side, I would say about 215 yards. So there is that. So that's it for the hand spun for right now. I do actually have some fiber that Sarah Nickel sent me to spin up for her, and was kind enough to let me, she said I could pick whichever, I could pick whichever hank that I wanted from what I spun. But I am not sure when I'm going to be able to finish anything to show for a video, so I'm gonna save that fiber to show you guys in the next video. I think there's some bats in there, a couple of braids, there's some beautiful rose fiber. It's just it's a cool mix. And so I really hope that I actually did put one of them on my wheel last night just to see. And oh, it's one of the bats, and it's a little bit chunky. So we'll see how it goes. But I definitely know there's some of the fibers in there that I know I will be able to spin, and I am so excited to see how they turn out. So I'm not giving up. Was just struggling a little bit with the first one. So, all right, let's see. Aberdeen wool. They have this Tangled Poets line, I guess, and I have been wanting one of their pickle jars for a while that comes with 40 mini skeins. They're about 24 yards each, 24 to 30 yards each. And in the jar comes you get a pattern and I got some knitting needles. I believe they have a crochet one as well. And it's for a striped cowl. So I just kind of started knitting that up just for the fun of it. So this is what I've gotten so far. So, okay, so I have about five minis on here right now. So I'm getting close to, where are you? Sorry, I'm getting all tangled up here. I'm getting close to being done with this one and to add on another one, but it's just knitted in the round. And then once you get them all, then you kind of fold it up and sew both ends together. And then you have a lovely, colorful cowl. So I've just been having a lot of fun with that, and I'm trying to pick randomly, but I also don't want to end up with like a bunch of one color all at the end, so I'm trying to do it in an organized random way. Organized and random. All right, and then so just a couple little silly crochet projects. Every once in a while, I just want to make something little. So I don't even know how you introduce something like that. It's a peanut. Can you tell it's a peanut? I hope you can. I just saw this pattern and I was like, oh my God, it actually looks like a peanut. So I had to do it. So I've got just a random little crocheted peanut here that I just love so much. I don't know why this kind of stuff makes me so happy, but it really does. Look it. Doesn't it look like a peanut? I can't stand it. It's so cute. And then, so this is what happens. I do these little things and then I don't end up weaving in the ends, and so it never ends up getting finished. So, but I think these patterns are so cute. I have to put the name of the designer in the description box below because I can't think of it right offhand, but she has the cutest little designs for these pot holders and bookmarks. And so this is one of her bookmark patterns. It is a snake. I've got the head here somewhere in all of these. Which side is the face? I don't know. So I need to sew the head on. Look at all these ends. This is ridiculous. And then you have did I twist the body up? So you have the body that's curled up around itself and it goes down to the little pointy tail, but I just thought this was the cutest thing. Look at all these ends. This is ridiculous. I can't believe I'm showing this. But I'm going to put the designer in the description below. Honestly, that's why I'm showing you, because these are the cutest little designs. They are so fun to make. They really don't take that long, minus the weaving in the ends, which I will do. And, but she's got like a monkey one, so the tail kind of hooks. There's a kitty cat one, some flowers, what else? A giraffe, a bunny. So just cute. An owl, like a twig, a branch from a tree with a couple owls on it for the bookmarks too. They are just darling. So I will put her information in the description. And then last, but certainly not least, Bridget, Queen's Crafts by Bridget. I'm going to show one of the flowers. So Bridget, her wedding is coming up. Queen's Crafts by Bridget. If you do not follow Queen's Crafts by Bridget and you love crafts, you really should. Bridget does so many different things. She spun the yarn that she used to make her own wedding dress. Her wedding, I believe, is coming up this April. And she had done a video asking people to, if they were interested, to make some flowers to send her for her wedding. I have not watched this video in a while, so I'm sorry if I'm giving any wrong information. But I know that she thought it would be really special to have some flowers that were made by her friends and people in the community here to have at her wedding. And so I love that idea, and I've been wanting to make some, but I just really haven't been in the mood to crochet recently. I mean, just the flowers that I would want to crochet would take more work than what I have really felt the energy to do, to be quite honest. I've been wanting to spin. I've been just knitting on the cowl. I don't know. But so I had messaged her the other day because I'm like, okay, we're getting closer and I will be darned if I do not have some flowers that I've made at her wedding. So I asked her if they had to be crochet, or she was like, no, anything would be fine. So I had been seeing a lot of tutorials lately for pipe cleaner flowers. And so I wanted to show you my first attempt at making a lily out of pipe cleaners. And I am not mad at it. I am not mad at it. Even the little like stamen and pistons or whatever they're called are the pipe cleaner, and then floral tape. You can see that I struggled a little bit with the wrapping here. I've got to figure out how I'm gonna do that, but I really hope that I can make a bouquet. I do have some pink pipe cleaners too. But I just think these are the cutest thing. And I'm honestly, I've seen some photos of some pipe cleaner flower bouquets, like really elaborate ones that are absolutely stunning. Just beautiful. So, Antoinette had asked me a good question. She's like, how on earth are you planning on shipping those? I'm like, I don't know, very carefully. Luckily, they bend, so hopefully if any get out of shape, Bridget can bend them back into shape. But this is my, I think I would like to get some thicker stem wire. I ended up putting quite a few together because the ones I got were really thin. But anyway, I am pretty happy with this and think that there's potential. So I'm going to keep going and seeing if I can make it a little bit nicer, less messy, and do some pink ones. But one of the tutorials, I thought it was really cool, wrapped up in with the center, they had little fairy lights in there too, and then like the little battery operated switch would just kind of hang down here. So then you can turn the little lights on, and I just thought that looked super cute. But that's just one more thing you have to hold on to when you're wrapping the floral wire around. But anyway, so I just had it sitting in this little vase here. It's heavy, so it just wants to swivel around. But it's fun. It's been fun. So hopefully it will continue to be fun, because I'd really like to make at least 12 if I can. We'll see. We will see. But I wanted to show that. So that is it for today, you guys. If you are interested, I do these two yarns that I showed, the Sparkle and the Superwash Merino, the You Pick Two Pixie Sticks and Fairy Dust. These two are not spoken for if anybody is interested. You can email me if you are. My email is katiesbeenyarnified@gmail.com. And yeah, I think that's it. I hope that everybody has a wonderful and safe holiday season. Like I said, I'm not sure when I'll upload next, so I don't know if I should tell you that I'll see you next year or not, but I'm going to hold off on that. Because maybe I will see you. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.